Hi everyone, I've mentioned to a couple of patients over the years that I make my own yogurt and it kind of amazes them, and I tell them how incredibly simple and easy that is, so I figured that I would just show you. One of the reasons that we like to make our own yogurt is because when you buy these, there is a ton of plastic which goes into the landfill, which we do not like. Also, buying milk versus buying yogurt is way cheaper. So there's a lot of good reasons, and it's just super simple. And my family, with my wife, myself, and 2 kids, go through a ton of yogurt. So to start with, really simple, we're gonna start with milk. Yes, milk. And I'm gonna pour it into the pot. There we go. The milk is in, and then literally I turn the stove on. Take a little while. I put the lid on it, I stick it on here. I've done this hundreds of times now, so I know how long this takes, so I set it pretty high. I put my timer on. It's basically 10 minutes. I know that if you do 12 minutes, all of the milk overflows, which is awesome, makes a giant mess. And after 10 minutes, I'm going to turn it off, and I will let it sit, and I will show you that once it happens. All right, so it's been boiling for about 10 minutes now. I take my trusty thermometer here, I stick it on here. What I want is that the dial should go up to somewhere around 150 to 160, and it's pretty close to that right now. So it should be fine. Take it out, and then I turn it off, and then I wait. All right, so it's been resting about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. You want it quite cool. So you want it a little bit warm, but definitely not hot. Otherwise that will kill all of the bacteria in the yogurt. A key thing here, which I didn't know when I first started doing this, is that when you let it sit, there's gonna be what I call scum on the top. It's not scum, but you get this solid sort of layer forming. To have nice smooth yogurt, it's really important to actually scoop that out before you make the yogurt. So you go on the milk, you take your spoon, kind of go in here, you'll find there's like some, I call it yogurt scum. I'm sure there's definitely other names for it. And you just kind of toss it in there like that. And a little bit more here, get rid of, toss it in there like that. And that just makes the yogurt way smoother. The next thing is that you have to put some active yogurt culture in with the milk to obviously make the yogurt. You can't use flavored yogurt for this, it has to be plain yogurt. When I first started doing this, I thought adding more yogurt was better, but it's not. You actually want to put in not a lot, so I put in about maybe 2 teaspoons. If you put in a whole bunch, like several tablespoons, it actually doesn't work as well. So I've got that in there, I put it in there like that, and then I take my milk. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour most of it just into my container here, and just pour it in. There we go. All right, so that's most of it. And then I pour some of it into this container. I just put it in there just to mix it. I don't know if this is absolutely necessary, but I just like to mix it in a smaller container. Put it in there, kind of mix it up, just try to get some of the bacterial culture, I imagine, swimming around in there, sort of distributed more evenly. And I take this and I pour it into the rest of it, try to break up any big clumps in there. Pour it in there, just like that. And I stir it around just a little bit, just to, again, distribute it a little bit more evenly. And that is basically it. Then we've got our yolife yogurt maker. These are not expensive. I think they're like 20 or 30 bucks. You can supposedly make it without a yogurt maker, heating up your oven and then turning it off and letting it sit overnight. We've tried a couple things, and honestly, none of them work as well as just a simple yogurt maker. You leave it in there, you don't touch it, you close it. You have to let that go for, I would say, 6 hours minimum. Probably 8 hours is better. Once that time is up, there's going to be a bunch of condensation on here, and this will be much firmer, and I will show you that when it happens. All right, so it's been about 8 hours now, and we can see all this lovely condensation on the inside. I'm just going to take the lid off, and there we have yogurt. Awesome. Now I would just generally pull it out of here. I would let it sit now for about half an hour or so. Then I put it in the fridge for 3 or 4 hours just to cool a bit more. And we have lovely yogurt. That's how you make yogurt at home.